Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. These words, spoken by the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, echo through the corridors of time, resonating with seekers of wisdom across generations. Welcome, dear listeners, to a profound exploration of Stoic philosophy, where we embark on a journey toward personal freedom and self-mastery. In this episode, we'll traverse the ancient pathways paved by the likes of Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and Seneca, uncovering the timeless principles that have guided individuals toward tranquility and resilience for centuries. As we navigate the intricacies of Stoic thought, we'll delve deep into the heart of human experience, confronting the challenges that beset us and embracing the opportunities for growth and transformation that lie hidden within. Through practical insights and profound reflections, we'll illuminate the path toward inner peace and fulfillment, drawing upon the wisdom of the Stoics to navigate life's tumultuous seas with grace and wisdom. So, join us as we embark on this journey of self-discovery and exploration, where the teachings of Stoicism serve as our guiding light, illuminating the way toward personal freedom and emotional resilience. Together, let us walk the path toward a life of meaning and purpose, anchored in the timeless wisdom of the Stoic sages. Chapter 1. The Philosophy of Virtue. Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Aristotle. Virtue, according to Stoicism, encompasses a constellation of qualities, including wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. It is not merely a lofty ideal, but a practical philosophy, urging individuals to embody these virtues in their daily lives. Through the cultivation of virtue, Stoicism teaches us to transcend the ephemeral pursuit of external goods, finding instead a lasting source of strength and contentment within ourselves. In the pursuit of virtue, the Stoics advocate for a life of integrity and moral excellence. They remind us that true happiness and fulfillment come not from the accumulation of wealth or status, but from living in accordance with our highest principles and values. By aligning our actions with the dictates of reason and virtue, we can cultivate a sense of inner harmony and purpose that transcends the vicissitudes of external circumstances. Moreover, the Stoics emphasize the importance of wisdom, the ability to discern what is truly valuable and meaningful in life. Wisdom enables us to navigate the complexities of the human condition with clarity and insight, guiding our actions towards the attainment of virtuous ends. Through the pursuit of wisdom, we learn to see beyond the illusions of worldly success and to prioritize the development of our character and moral integrity. Courage, another cardinal virtue of Stoicism, is the fortitude to face adversity and hardship with resilience and grace. It is the willingness to confront our fears and doubts, knowing that true strength lies not in the absence of challenges, but in our ability to overcome them. By cultivating courage, we can transcend the limitations of our comfort zones, embracing life's uncertainties with a spirit of determination and resilience. Temperance, the third virtue extolled by the Stoics, is the practice of moderation and self-restraint in all things. It is the ability to govern our desires and impulses, avoiding the excesses that lead to moral decay and spiritual impoverishment. Through the cultivation of temperance, we can find balance and harmony in our lives, freeing ourselves from the bondage of materialism and hedonism. Finally, justice, the fourth and final virtue of Stoicism, is the commitment to fairness, equity, and compassion in our interactions with others. It is the recognition of the inherent dignity and worth of every individual, regardless of their station in life or circumstances. By practicing justice, we can foster a sense of community and solidarity, working together towards the common good and the flourishing of all. In essence, the philosophy of virtue lies at the heart of Stoicism, serving as a guiding principle for living a life of meaning and purpose. By embodying the virtues of wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice, we can cultivate a resilient mindset and a noble character that enable us to navigate life's challenges with grace and integrity. Chapter 2: The Discipline of Desire. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Epictetus. Central to Stoic philosophy is the notion that true freedom lies in mastering our desires rather than being enslaved by them. The Stoics believed that many of the desires that cause us suffering are not based on genuine needs, but rather on fleeting wants and cravings. By learning to differentiate between these desires and focusing our attention on what truly matters, we can free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and find greater fulfillment in life. Moreover, the Stoics remind us that external possessions and achievements do not bring lasting happiness. True fulfillment comes from cultivating inner contentment and tranquility rather than chasing after fleeting pleasures. By practicing moderation and self-discipline, we can avoid the pitfalls of excess and indulgence that often lead to dissatisfaction and regret. Furthermore, the Stoics teach us to embrace adversity as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Rather than allowing setbacks to defeat us, we can confront them with courage and resilience, knowing that they hold the key to unlocking our full potential. By cultivating a mindset of resilience and perseverance, we can transform obstacles into opportunities and emerge stronger and wiser than before. In addition, the Stoics encourage us to cultivate a sense of detachment and equanimity towards external circumstances. While we may not always have control over the events that unfold in our lives, we do have control over how we choose to respond to them. By focusing on what is within our power and letting go of the rest, we can live with greater peace and serenity regardless of the challenges we may face. Ultimately, the discipline of desire reminds us that true freedom comes from within. By mastering our thoughts and desires, cultivating contentment and resilience, and embracing adversity with courage and grace, we can find greater peace, purpose, and fulfillment in life. Chapter 3: Cultivating Inner Peace Through Acceptance. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Confucius. In this chapter, we explore the profound wisdom of Stoic philosophy in cultivating inner peace through the practice of acceptance. The Stoics remind us that much of our suffering arises not from external events themselves, but from our judgments and interpretations of them. By learning to detach ourselves from our judgments and accept things as they are, we can free ourselves from unnecessary anguish and turmoil. Moreover, the Stoics emphasize the importance of recognizing that the only thing we truly have control over is our own thoughts, attitudes, and reactions. While we may not always be able to control external events, we do have the power to choose how we respond to them. By cultivating a mindset of acceptance and equanimity, we can navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience, finding peace in the midst of chaos. Furthermore, the Stoics encourage us to embrace the impermanence of life, to recognize that change is inevitable and that nothing in this world is permanent. By accepting the transient nature of all things, we can release our attachment to outcomes and find peace in the present moment, regardless of what may come. In addition, the Stoics teach us that true happiness and fulfillment come from living in alignment with our core values and principles. By cultivating virtues such as kindness, compassion, and integrity, we can live with a clear conscience and a sense of inner harmony, regardless of external circumstances. Ultimately, the practice of acceptance is a powerful tool for cultivating inner peace and serenity. By learning to accept things as they are, letting go of our judgments and attachments, and living in alignment with our values, we can find greater peace, meaning, and fulfillment in life. Chapter 4: The Discipline of Desire. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Epictetus. In this chapter, we delve into the Stoic concept of the discipline of desire and its role in achieving true freedom and fulfillment. The Stoics believed that much of our suffering arises from our desires and attachments to external things, such as wealth, fame, and status. They teach us that true happiness and freedom come from mastering our desires rather than being enslaved by them. The discipline of desire involves cultivating a disciplined mind, one that is able to discern between genuine needs and mere wants and cravings. It requires us to examine our desires carefully and to question whether they align with our values and principles. By learning to differentiate between true desires and superficial wants, we can free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and find greater contentment in life. Moreover, the Stoics remind us that external possessions and achievements do not bring lasting happiness. True fulfillment comes from inner contentment and tranquility, which are cultivated through the practice of gratitude and appreciation for what we already have. By focusing on the present moment and appreciating the simple pleasures of life, we can experience a deeper sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. Furthermore, the discipline of desire involves practicing moderation and self-restraint in all aspects of our lives. The Stoics teach us to avoid the pitfalls of excess and indulgence, recognizing that these often lead to dissatisfaction and regret. By cultivating self-discipline and temperance, we can avoid being swept away by our desires and live with greater integrity and purpose. In addition, the Stoics remind us that adversity and challenges are inevitable aspects of life, and that our response to them is ultimately within our control. They encourage us to embrace difficulties as opportunities for growth and learning, rather than allowing them to defeat us. By cultivating resilience and perseverance in the face of adversity, we can overcome obstacles with grace and dignity, emerging stronger and wiser than before. Ultimately, the discipline of desire is a foundational principle of Stoic philosophy, guiding us on the path to true freedom and fulfillment. By mastering our desires, practicing moderation and self-discipline, and embracing adversity as an opportunity for growth, we can cultivate inner peace and serenity that transcends the fluctuations of external circumstances. Chapter 5: The Power of Acceptance. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Epictetus. In this chapter, we explore the profound wisdom of Stoic philosophy regarding the power of acceptance in achieving personal freedom and inner peace. Stoicism teaches us that much of our suffering comes from our resistance to the things we cannot control and our attachment to outcomes. Acceptance involves recognizing and embracing the reality of the present moment, regardless of whether it aligns with our desires or expectations. It requires us to let go of our judgments and preferences and to surrender to what is, rather than what we wish it to be. By accepting things as they are, we can free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and find greater contentment and serenity in life. Moreover, acceptance is not passive resignation or defeatism, but an active choice to engage with life fully, regardless of the circumstances. It is a willingness to confront reality with courage and resilience, knowing that we have the strength and resources within us to face whatever challenges come our way. By accepting life's ups and downs with equanimity, we can navigate its uncertainties with grace and dignity. Furthermore, acceptance involves embracing the impermanence of all things. Stoicism teaches us that everything in life is transient and subject to change, and that our attachment to outcomes only leads to suffering. By letting go of our attachment to outcomes and embracing the ebb and flow of life, we can find peace and serenity amidst life's ever-changing landscape. In addition, acceptance is a practice, a daily commitment to letting go of our judgments and expectations and embracing life as it unfolds. It requires mindfulness and self-awareness, allowing us to observe our thoughts and emotions without attachment or aversion. By cultivating acceptance in our daily lives, we can find greater peace, clarity, and freedom from suffering. Ultimately, acceptance is a key tenet of Stoic philosophy, offering us a pathway to personal freedom and inner peace. By embracing the reality of the present moment, letting go of our attachment to outcomes, and surrendering to the impermanence of all things, we can find true happiness and fulfillment that transcends the fluctuations of external circumstances. Chapter 6: The Discipline of Desire. The tranquility that comes when you stop caring what they say, or think, or do. Only what you do. Marcus Aurelius. In this chapter, we delve into the Stoic concept of the discipline of desire and its role in cultivating emotional freedom and resilience. Stoicism teaches us that much of our suffering arises from our desires and attachments to things, people, or outcomes beyond our control. The discipline of desire involves learning to distinguish between what is within our power and what is not, and focusing our energy and attention on the former. It requires us to cultivate self-awareness and self-discipline, allowing us to discern between genuine needs and mere wants, and to channel our desires in alignment with our values and goals. Moreover, the discipline of desire entails practicing moderation and temperance in all aspects of our lives. It requires us to resist the impulse for immediate gratification and to exercise restraint in our desires and cravings. By learning to delay gratification and prioritize long-term goals over short-term pleasures, we can avoid the pitfalls of excess and indulgence that often lead to dissatisfaction and regret. Furthermore, the discipline of desire involves embracing the Stoic principle of amor fati, or love of fate. It requires us to accept the inevitability of change and to embrace whatever life brings with equanimity and acceptance. By learning to let go of our attachment to outcomes and to find beauty and meaning in the present moment, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment that transcends external circumstances. In addition, the discipline of desire entails practicing gratitude and appreciation for what we already have, rather than constantly striving for more. It requires us to recognize the abundance and blessings in our lives and to cultivate a mindset of abundance and sufficiency. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we can experience a deeper sense of fulfillment and satisfaction in life. Ultimately, the discipline of desire is a lifelong practice, a journey of self-discovery and personal growth that requires patience, perseverance, and dedication. By cultivating self-awareness, self-discipline, and gratitude, we can free ourselves from the tyranny of desire and find true happiness and fulfillment in the here and now. Chapter 7: The Practice of Acceptance. Reject your sense of injury and the injury itself disappears. Marcus Aurelius. In this chapter, we explore the profound wisdom of Stoic philosophy in the practice of acceptance. Stoicism teaches us that much of our suffering stems not from external events themselves, but from our judgments and interpretations of those events. The practice of acceptance involves learning to let go of our resistance to what is and to embrace life as it unfolds, with all its joys and sorrows. Acceptance does not mean resignation or passivity, but rather a willingness to engage with life fully, regardless of the circumstances. It requires us to acknowledge and honor our emotions, while also recognizing that we have the power to choose how we respond to them. By cultivating a mindset of acceptance, we can free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and find peace and contentment in the midst of life's challenges. Moreover, acceptance entails embracing the impermanence of life. Stoicism teaches us that everything in the universe is subject to change, and that clinging to things or experiences only leads to suffering. By accepting the transient nature of all things, we can release our attachment to outcomes and find peace in the present moment, knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Furthermore, acceptance involves letting go of our judgments and expectations about ourselves and others. Stoicism teaches us to recognize the inherent dignity and worth of every individual, regardless of their flaws or shortcomings. By practicing empathy and compassion, we can cultivate deeper connections with others and foster a sense of unity and belonging in our communities. In addition, acceptance requires us to relinquish our need for control. Stoicism teaches us that while we may not always have control over external events, we always have control over how we choose to respond to them. By focusing on what is within our power and letting go of the rest, we can live with greater peace, purpose, and resilience. Ultimately, the practice of acceptance is a powerful tool for finding emotional freedom and inner peace. By embracing life as it is, with all its uncertainties and imperfections, we can cultivate a sense of serenity and contentment that transcends the ups and downs of daily life. Chapter 8: Cultivating Resilience in Times of Adversity. Life is not what happens to you, but how you react to it. Epictetus. In this chapter, we delve into the Stoic approach to cultivating resilience in the face of adversity. Stoicism teaches us that challenges and setbacks are an inevitable part of life, but it is our response to them that ultimately determines our well-being and success. Resilience, according to Stoic philosophy, is not about avoiding or denying adversity, but rather about facing it head-on with courage and determination. It involves developing a mindset of strength and fortitude that enables us to bounce back from setbacks and thrive in the face of adversity. One key aspect of cultivating resilience is reframing our perspective on adversity. Stoicism teaches us to see obstacles not as insurmountable barriers, but as opportunities for growth and learning. By embracing challenges with an open mind and a positive attitude, we can extract valuable lessons from even the most difficult circumstances. Moreover, resilience involves cultivating a sense of inner calm and composure in the midst of chaos. Stoicism teaches us to remain steadfast and unwavering in our commitment to our values and principles, even when faced with adversity. By staying true to ourselves and our beliefs, we can weather the storms of life with grace and dignity. Furthermore, resilience entails developing effective coping strategies for managing stress and adversity. Stoicism offers practical techniques such as negative visualization and premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils, which involve mentally preparing ourselves for potential challenges and setbacks. By anticipating obstacles and planning our response in advance, we can approach adversity with greater confidence and resilience. In addition, resilience involves cultivating a support network of friends, family, and mentors who can provide guidance and encouragement during difficult times. Stoicism teaches us the importance of community and connection in times of adversity and reminds us that we do not have to face challenges alone. Ultimately, cultivating resilience is a lifelong journey that requires patience, perseverance, and practice. By adopting the principles of Stoicism and integrating them into our daily lives, we can develop the inner strength and resilience needed to thrive in the face of life's inevitable challenges. Chapter 9: Finding Tranquility in the Midst of Chaos. Man is disturbed not by things, but by the views which he takes of them. Epictetus. In this chapter, we explore the Stoic philosophy of finding tranquility in the midst of chaos. Stoicism teaches us that inner peace is not dependent on external circumstances, but rather on our own thoughts and perceptions. Tranquility, according to Stoic philosophy, is a state of mind characterized by calmness, serenity, and equanimity. It involves cultivating a sense of inner peace that remains unaffected by the ups and downs of life. One key aspect of finding tranquility is practicing mindfulness and awareness. Stoicism teaches us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, allowing them to pass through our minds like clouds in the sky. By developing a detached perspective on our inner experiences, we can create space for tranquility to arise. Moreover, tranquility involves accepting the present moment as it is, without resistance or attachment. Stoicism teaches us to embrace the inevitability of change and uncertainty, recognizing that everything is impermanent and subject to flux. By relinquishing our attachment to outcomes and learning to flow with the rhythm of life, we can find peace and serenity in the midst of chaos. Furthermore, tranquility entails cultivating a sense of gratitude and appreciation for the blessings in our lives. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we have rather than what we lack, recognizing the abundance and richness of the present moment. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude, we can cultivate a deep sense of inner peace and contentment. In addition, tranquility involves practicing self-care and self-compassion. Stoicism teaches us to treat ourselves with kindness and compassion, recognizing that we are only human and that we are doing the best we can with the resources we have.
By nurturing ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally, we can create the conditions for tranquility to flourish. Ultimately, finding tranquility in the midst of chaos is a skill that can be cultivated through practice and mindfulness. By adopting the principles of Stoicism and integrating them into our daily lives, we can develop the inner peace and serenity needed to navigate life's challenges with grace and ease. Chapter 10: Embracing the Power of Acceptance. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. Alan Watts. In this chapter, we delve into the profound concept of acceptance as taught by Stoic philosophy. Embracing acceptance is a cornerstone of Stoicism, offering us a pathway to inner peace and resilience in the face of life's inevitable changes. Acceptance, in the Stoic tradition, is not about resignation or passivity, but rather about acknowledging reality as it is and responding to it with equanimity and grace. It involves recognizing that much of our suffering arises from our resistance to what is, rather than from the events themselves. One key aspect of acceptance is acknowledging the impermanence of all things. Stoicism teaches us that everything in life is transient and subject to change, and that our attachment to things remaining the same is a source of suffering. By embracing the impermanence of life, we can release our grip on outcomes and find peace in the present moment. Moreover, acceptance involves letting go of our judgments and expectations about how things should be. Stoicism teaches us to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not, focusing our energy on the former and letting go of the latter. By accepting that we cannot always control external events, we can free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety. Furthermore, acceptance entails cultivating a mindset of gratitude and appreciation for the present moment. Stoicism teaches us to find beauty and meaning in even the simplest of experiences, recognizing the inherent value of each moment. By living with gratitude and mindfulness, we can cultivate a deep sense of inner peace and contentment. In addition, acceptance involves embracing our own humanity, with all its flaws and imperfections. Stoicism teaches us to accept ourselves unconditionally, recognizing that we are worthy of love and compassion just as we are. By letting go of self-criticism and judgment, we can cultivate a sense of self-compassion that nourishes our souls. Ultimately, embracing the power of acceptance is a transformative practice that can lead us to greater peace, resilience, and fulfillment in life. By adopting the principles of Stoicism and integrating them into our daily lives, we can cultivate a deep sense of inner peace and contentment that transcends the challenges and uncertainties of the world around us. Chapter 11: Navigating Adversity with Stoic Resilience. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Charles R. Swindoll. In this chapter, we explore the Stoic approach to navigating adversity with resilience and fortitude. Stoicism teaches us that challenges are an inevitable part of life, but it is our response to these challenges that ultimately determines our fate. Stoic resilience begins with the recognition that adversity is an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. Instead of seeing obstacles as barriers to success, Stoicism encourages us to embrace them as stepping stones on the path to personal development. By reframing our perception of adversity, we can transform setbacks into opportunities for learning and growth. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us to cultivate a mindset of resilience in the face of adversity. Rather than allowing ourselves to be consumed by fear or despair, Stoicism encourages us to confront challenges with courage and determination. By tapping into our inner reserves of strength and resilience, we can overcome even the most daunting of obstacles. Furthermore, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of maintaining perspective in the midst of adversity. When faced with difficulties, it can be easy to lose sight of the bigger picture and become consumed by negativity. Stoicism teaches us to take a step back and view our challenges from a broader perspective, recognizing that our current struggles are just a small part of our larger journey. In addition, Stoicism teaches us to cultivate a sense of detachment from external circumstances. While we may not always have control over the events that unfold in our lives, we do have control over how we choose to respond to them. By focusing on what is within our power and letting go of what is not, we can navigate adversity with grace and dignity. Ultimately, Stoic resilience is not about avoiding or denying adversity, but rather about facing it head-on with courage and conviction. By embracing the challenges that life throws our way and responding to them with resilience and fortitude, we can cultivate a sense of inner strength and empowerment that enables us to thrive in even the most difficult of circumstances. Chapter 12: Finding Serenity in Stoic Acceptance. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Reinhold Niebuhr. In this chapter, we delve into the Stoic principle of acceptance and its profound implications for finding peace and serenity in life. Stoicism teaches us that much of our suffering arises from our resistance to the inevitable changes and uncertainties of life. By learning to accept things as they are, we can free ourselves from unnecessary anguish and find greater peace of mind. Stoic acceptance begins with acknowledging the transient nature of all things. Nothing in this world is permanent, and everything is subject to change. Instead of clinging to our desires for how things should be, Stoicism encourages us to embrace the present moment and accept things as they are. By relinquishing our attachment to outcomes, we can find freedom from the tyranny of expectation and experience a profound sense of liberation. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us to cultivate an attitude of equanimity in the face of life's ups and downs. Rather than allowing ourselves to be swept away by the tides of emotion, Stoicism encourages us to maintain a calm and composed demeanor regardless of the circumstances. By practicing acceptance in the midst of adversity, we can develop a sense of inner peace that transcends external conditions. Furthermore, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of distinguishing between what is within our control and what is not. While we may not always have control over external events, we do have control over how we choose to respond to them. By focusing our energy on what is within our power and letting go of the rest, we can cultivate a sense of inner strength and resilience that enables us to navigate life's challenges with grace and dignity. In addition, Stoicism teaches us to embrace the inevitability of change. Rather than fearing or resisting change, Stoicism encourages us to welcome it as a natural and necessary part of life. By accepting the impermanence of all things, we can release our attachment to the past and embrace the opportunities that each new moment brings. Ultimately, Stoic acceptance is about surrendering to the flow of life and finding peace in the midst of chaos. By letting go of our need to control outcomes and learning to accept things as they are, we can cultivate a deep sense of serenity that enables us to live with greater joy, contentment, and freedom. Chapter 13: Cultivating Resilience Through Stoic Resilience. Life doesn't get easier or more forgiving, we get stronger and more resilient. Steve Maraboli. In this chapter, we explore how Stoicism offers powerful insights into cultivating resilience in the face of life's challenges. Stoic resilience is not about avoiding difficulties or seeking to eliminate all sources of discomfort. Instead, it is about developing the inner strength and fortitude to face adversity with courage and grace. One of the central tenets of Stoic resilience is the recognition that adversity is an inevitable part of the human experience. Rather than viewing challenges as obstacles to be avoided, Stoicism teaches us to embrace them as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. By reframing our perception of adversity, we can transform setbacks into stepping stones on the path to personal development. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of maintaining perspective in the face of adversity. When we encounter difficult circumstances, it can be easy to become overwhelmed by negative emotions and lose sight of our inner resilience. Stoicism teaches us to step back and take a broader view of the situation, recognizing that our current challenges are just one small part of the larger tapestry of life. Moreover, Stoic resilience is rooted in the practice of acceptance. Rather than resisting or fighting against the challenges we face, Stoicism encourages us to accept them with equanimity and grace. By embracing the present moment and letting go of our attachment to outcomes, we can find peace and strength in the midst of adversity. Another key aspect of Stoic resilience is the cultivation of virtue. Stoicism teaches us that true strength comes from within, from cultivating qualities such as courage, wisdom, and self-discipline. By focusing on developing these inner virtues, we can build a solid foundation of resilience that enables us to weather life's storms with grace and dignity. Furthermore, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of adaptability in the face of adversity. Life is constantly changing, and our ability to adapt to new circumstances is crucial for resilience. Stoicism teaches us to embrace change as a natural and inevitable part of life, rather than resisting it or clinging to the past. Ultimately, Stoic resilience is about embracing the full spectrum of human experience, the joys and sorrows, the triumphs and challenges, with open arms. By cultivating resilience through acceptance, perspective, virtue, and adaptability, we can navigate life's ups and downs with strength, courage, and grace. Chapter 14: Finding Inner Peace in Stoic Serenity. Peace is the result of retraining your mind to process life as it is, rather than as you think it should be. Wayne W. Dyer. In this chapter, we delve into the profound teachings of Stoicism on finding inner peace and serenity in the midst of life's uncertainties. Stoic philosophy offers valuable insights into cultivating a sense of calm and tranquility, even in the face of adversity. At the core of Stoic serenity is the practice of acceptance. Stoicism teaches us to accept the present moment as it is, without judgment or resistance. By letting go of our attachment to outcomes and embracing life's inevitable changes, we can find peace and contentment in the here and now. Moreover, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on what is within our control. While we may not always have power over external events, we do have the ability to control our own thoughts, attitudes, and reactions. By directing our energy towards what is within our sphere of influence, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and empowerment. Stoicism also teaches us to cultivate gratitude for the blessings in our lives. By focusing on the things we have to be thankful for, rather than dwelling on what we lack, we can cultivate a sense of abundance and contentment. Gratitude helps us to shift our perspective and find joy in the simple pleasures of everyday life. Furthermore, Stoic serenity is rooted in the practice of mindfulness. By bringing our awareness to the present moment and fully engaging with our experiences, we can cultivate a sense of presence and connection. Mindfulness allows us to let go of worries about the past or anxieties about the future, enabling us to find peace and clarity in the present. Another key aspect of Stoic serenity is the cultivation of inner virtues such as courage, wisdom, and resilience. By developing these qualities, we can build a solid foundation of inner strength that enables us to navigate life's challenges with grace and dignity. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches us that true peace comes from within, from cultivating a mindset of acceptance, gratitude, mindfulness, and virtue. By embracing these principles, we can find serenity in the midst of life's uncertainties, living with greater clarity, purpose, and joy. Chapter 15: Embracing Stoic Virtues for Lasting Fulfillment. Virtue is the sole good. Chrysippus. In this final chapter, we explore the profound significance of Stoic virtues in our quest for lasting fulfillment and meaning. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness and fulfillment come from living a life of virtue, a life characterized by wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies the concept of eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or fulfillment. Eudaimonia is achieved through the cultivation of virtuous qualities, which enable us to live in harmony with nature and the world around us. The first virtue we encounter in Stoicism is wisdom. Wisdom involves cultivating a deep understanding of ourselves and the world, allowing us to make sound decisions and live in alignment with our values. By seeking wisdom, we can navigate life's complexities with clarity and discernment. Courage is another essential virtue in Stoicism. Courage enables us to face life's challenges with bravery and resilience, even in the face of fear or adversity. By cultivating courage, we can overcome obstacles and pursue our goals with determination and strength of character. Justice is also central to Stoic ethics. Justice involves treating others with fairness, kindness, and empathy, recognizing the inherent dignity and worth of every individual. By practicing justice, we can contribute to the well-being of society and create a more harmonious world for all. Finally, temperance is the virtue of self-control and moderation. Temperance involves mastering our desires and impulses, avoiding excess and indulgence in all things. By cultivating temperance, we can achieve balance and harmony in our lives, avoiding the pitfalls of hedonism and materialism. By embracing these Stoic virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, we can cultivate a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. These virtues serve as guiding principles, helping us to navigate life's challenges and live with integrity and authenticity. As we conclude our exploration of Stoic philosophy, may we be inspired to embrace these virtues in our own lives, striving to cultivate wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance each day. In doing so, may we find true happiness and fulfillment, living in harmony with ourselves and the world around us. In closing, Stoicism offers us a timeless guide to personal freedom and fulfillment. Through its principles of self-mastery, resilience, and virtue, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and wisdom, finding inner peace and tranquility amidst the chaos of the world. As we journey forward, may we carry with us the wisdom of the Stoics, embracing each moment with mindfulness and purpose. May we cultivate resilience in the face of adversity, and may we strive to live lives of virtue and integrity, guided by the timeless principles of Stoic philosophy. In the words of Epictetus, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Let us embrace this wisdom, finding contentment and fulfillment in the present moment, and living each day with gratitude and joy. With this, we conclude our exploration of Stoicism and its profound teachings on personal freedom and fulfillment. May the lessons we have learned guide us on our journey to a life of meaning, purpose, and inner peace.